Unlock your best day. 15 Essential Morning Habits for Success. Welcome to Live Stoic, Live Strong. What if the first battle you face each day isn't with traffic, emails, or deadlines, but with yourself? What if the moment your eyes flutter open, you're already losing ground without even knowing it? What if a single, tiny choice before you leave your bed could reshape your entire day? Let's dive into a truth that's both simple and profound. A truth that weaves these questions together. The way you start your morning doesn't just set the tone. It builds the foundation for a life where you're in control, not chaos. Picture this. You wake up, and before your feet even graze the floor, a heavy fog settles over your heart. Your mind, still groggy, starts sprinting, racing through worries, piling them high like a stack of unpaid bills. One glance at your phone, one sharp message, and your mood crumbles like a house of cards. You step outside, only to be swallowed by a sea of honking cars, running late, watching the hours slip through your fingers. The day feels like it's happening true to you, not para to with you, as if you're a passenger in your own life. Sound familiar? It's a cycle many of us know too well, a rhythm that steals our clarity and leaves us scrambling. But here's the secret most people miss. The problem isn't your lack of talent, grit, or potential. It's that you're starting your day on autopilot, letting your mind be yanked in every direction like a kite in a storm. Stoicism, that ancient philosophy, isn't about turning you into an unfeeling statue, immune to life's chaos. No, it's about anchoring you, grounding you, so you can stand steady when the world spins wild. It whispers a truth so powerful it can shift your entire perspective. The only thing you truly control is yourself. And that control? It begins the very moment you open your eyes. You don't need to rise at the crack of dawn or meditate for hours to claim this power. It's not about grand gestures or overhauling your life overnight. It's about small, deliberate actions, tiny sparks that light a fire of intention before the world demands a single piece of you. This video isn't just a list of 15 morning habits. It's a shield, a way to trade that foggy, frantic start for a morning filled with clarity, purpose, and a quiet strength you've always carried deep inside. You just haven't summoned it yet. Let's start with the first step, winning the alarm battle. Every morning, your bed transforms into a velvet trap. Soft, warm, and deceptively dangerous. It doesn't snarl or bare its teeth, but it devours your willpower with a single, seductive whisper. Just 5 more minutes. How many times have you pressed snooze, drifted back into sleep, and woken up later, heart heavy, with guilt, rushed and scattered? It's not because you're weak or lack discipline. It's because you're fighting a subtle but critical battle. The first test of your day, right when that alarm blares. Stoicism doesn't ask you to become a machine, devoid of feeling. It urges you to choose reason over emotion, to let your higher self take the reins. In those bleary-eyed moments, your mind is like a mischievous child, brimming with excuses. It's too cold. You're exhausted. The world can wait. But reason? Reason is the adult in the room, the one who knows that giving in to that whisper chips away at your trust in yourself. A friend once shared a thought that hit me like a lightning bolt. Every time I hit snooze, I feel like I'm lying to myself. Last night, I swore I'd get up at 6 o'clock, but this morning I broke my own promise. That's the sting of it, isn't it? If you can't keep your word to yourself in these small, quiet moments, how can you trust yourself to tackle life's bigger challenges? So here's how you win. Place your alarm across the room, far from the bed's cozy grip. When it rings, don't think, don't bargain. Move like it's instinct, like a reflex carved into your bones. Let your feet hit the floor before your mind can weave its excuses. You might still feel groggy, might still long to crawl back under the covers, but that moment, when you stand, when you act, that's victory. You've just proven to yourself that you can choose discipline over comfort, reason over impulse. And that, my friend, is the spark that sets the rest of your day ablaze. As we move forward, we'll uncover more ways to transform your mornings, building on this foundation of control and clarity. Stay with me as we step into the next, where we'll explore how these small choices ripple outward, shaping not just your day, but your entire life. You've just won the alarm battle, claiming that first spark of control over your morning. Now let's build on that victory, shaping a foundation that steadies your mind and sets you apart from the chaos. The way you rise each day isn't just a habit, it's a declaration of who runs your life. That first win, small as it seems, carries a quiet power. It's proof you're steering the ship, not letting your emotions drag you under. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, once wrote, "At dawn, when you struggle to leave your bed, remind yourself, I rise to do the work of a human being. We're here to act, not to barter with our own resolve." So ask yourself, do you want to greet the day as the master of your mind, or carry the subtle weight of a defeat no one else sees? That choice sets the stage for everything that follows, and the next step is where the real magic begins. Step 2. Wake up at the same time every single day. This isn't just about discipline. It's about gifting your mind a steady rhythm, an anchor in a world that never stops spinning. I once asked a friend who carried a quiet emptiness each morning, "What time do you wake up?" He gave a tired, wistful smile and said, "Whenever I feel like it. It's never the same." I wasn't shocked. A mind adrift often starts with mornings that have no shape. Without structure, your emotions are like a room with no walls. Everything floods in, chaotic and overwhelming. Imagine your mind as a grand orchestra, each part, your hormones, energy, mood, tied to the conductor of your circadian rhythm. If the violins start at 6 o'clock, the drums at 8:30, and the flutes sleep till noon, can you expect harmony? Of course not. When you wake at 6 o'clock one day, 9 o'clock the next, and lays until noon on weekends, you're throwing that orchestra into disarray. No wonder you feel out of sync, like a song played off key, without ever pinpointing why. That same friend, after committing to 6:30 a.m. every day, no excuses, shared something remarkable. Within 2 weeks he felt grounded, like his feet had grown roots into the earth. Even in a city that buzzed with relentless motion, he carried a calm, unshakable sense of control, as if he was stepping into the world on his own terms, not being swept along by its current. No one applauds when you rise early. No crowd cheers when you're on time. But these quiet moments, unseen by the world, are where you forge discipline. You become the architect of a system, brick by brick, choice by choice. That's the heart of Stoicism. Not chasing praise, but building strength in the shadows. So pick a wake-up time, 5 a.m., 7 a.m., it doesn't matter. What matters is that it's asterisk yours, and you honor it every day. No negotiations, no wavering. You'll be amazed how this simple act of ownership ripples outward, touching the way you sip your coffee, take a morning walk, or jot down a thought. The world may still roar with chaos, but you'll stand steady, unshaken. Now that you're up, consistent, and in control, the next move is critical. Keep your morning yours. Step 3. Avoid screens. Picture this. You've just opened your eyes, the world still cloaked in dawn's soft gray. Your body is half dreaming, easing into the day. But your hand, almost on instinct, reaches for your phone. As if it's the only lifeline in a sinking ship, the screen flares to life. And just like that, your morning slips from your grasp. As we turn to the next page, we'll dive deeper into why that glowing screen can hijack your day, and how to reclaim your focus with simple, powerful choices that keep you in the driver's seat. Stay with me. You've just reclaimed your morning by sidestepping the siren call of your phone's screen, anchoring yourself in the quiet power of intention. Now let's take that clarity further, building a morning that doesn't just start your day but shapes your entire life with purpose. The moment you flick on your phone, a blast of blue light jolts your brain, like an icy wave crashing over you. Notifications flood in, emails piling up, news screaming for attention, a friend's postcard perfect photo from Bali, a cryptic 2 a.m. message from your boss. Pause for a second and ask yourself, is this chaos really what your mind needs in the first 5 minutes of your day? Stoicism doesn't promise you control over the world's madness. It hands you the reins to your own soul. Epictetus, though he never wrestled with an iPhone, knew this truth. True freedom belongs to the one who masters themselves. Yet, here you are, barely awake, already tethered to the invisible leash of digital habit, pulled by 1,000 unseen hands. Picture your morning mind as a pristine room, its corners calm, its air still and clear. Then you open an app, and suddenly, it's as if a crowd storms in. Strangers ranting about traffic, influencers flaunting flawless lives, a cousin venting heartbreak. No one knocks, no one asks for entry. You call it catching up, but in truth, you're letting the world trample through your mental sanctuary. The solution isn't drastic. No need for a month-long digital detox. Just gift yourself the first 15 minutes of your day, free from screens, scrolling, or messages. Move your phone out of arm's reach. A simple alarm clock can take its place. Instead of diving into the endless feed, rise, crack open a window to let the morning air kiss your skin, splash cold water on your face, or pad barefoot across the floor. It's raw, real, and grounding. And here's the surprising part. When you stop clutching your phone, the world doesn't crumble. But you wake up, truly wake up, saying no to the noise, and yes to the quiet strength of your own voice. How you craft your morning sets the rhythm for your entire day. If this resonates, don't just nod and move on. Subscribe to this channel, and let's build mornings that spark clarity, not chase Wi-Fi signals. Now, step 4. Drink water. It sounds almost too simple, doesn't it? No one ever told you that mastering your mind could begin with something as humble as a glass of water. No grand rituals, no lofty mantras, just you, still bleary-eyed in your pajamas, taking a slow sip after 8 parched hours of sleep. Yet, in that small act, something shifts. Your body stirs, your mind sharpens, like a fog lifting gently from a still lake. We often chase elaborate routines to seize control. 20 minutes of meditation, a chapter of a book, a page of journaling. But then we stall. We're too tired, too moody, not quite ready. A glass of water, though? It demands nothing. It doesn't wait for you to feel inspired. It gives you the spark, like pressing a reset button on your entire being. Isn't it strange? You can leap out of bed and scroll through TikTok for half an hour, yet forget the one thing your body craves most. Drinking water is a small choice, but it's steeped in Stoic wisdom, choosing what's essential over what's effortless, intention over impulse, waking your body rather than dragging it through the haze. A friend once told me, "Every morning, after that first glass of water, I feel consciously awake." Odd phrase, but it clicked. It's not the jittery rush of caffeine, all wired and frantic. It's a calm clarity, steady enough to let you meet your reflection and ask, How will I shape this day? Seneca once wrote, "The one who craves more is poor, not the one who has little." That first sip? It's a reminder to start with what matters. As we move forward, we'll explore more ways to weave this intentional clarity into your mornings, crafting a routine that doesn't just carry you through the day, but lifts you toward a life of purpose. Join me on the next page as we dive deeper. You've just awakened your body with a simple glass of water, a quiet act that grounds you in the present. Now let's take that clarity a step further, stepping into the world outside to let the morning itself become your ally in building a life of purpose. We often crave grand, picture-perfect mornings, flawless routines worthy of a highlight reel, but true presence? It blooms in the simplest moments, like lifting a glass of water to your lips. That small gesture whispers to the world, "I'm here, ready for this day." And once you've rooted yourself in that intention, it's time to step outside and let the first rays of dawn touch your skin. Step 5. Get morning sunlight. There's a choice we often overlook, a fleeting opportunity each day to stand under the open sky and let the sun's warmth wake your spirit. Not for a selfie, not for a jog, just to stand, breathe, and be. A few minutes is all it takes. It sounds almost too easy, doesn't it? But that simplicity is why we so often brush it aside. Most of us kick off the day by grabbing our phones, scrolling through a storm of bad news, or plunging into a towering to-do list. Our minds spiral into chaos before they've even had a chance to stir. Our bodies stumble behind, like athletes running a race without a warm-up. But morning sunlight? It's nature's reset button, a gentle signal to your brain that it's time to rise, focus, and embrace the moment. All it needs is real light, no windows, no heavy drapes. Just a few minutes can spark serotonin, steady your mood, and realign your internal clock. Want to sleep deeply tonight? Let the sun greet you this morning. There's a bus driver in my neighborhood who steps into her yard every day at 5 a.m. She's never hurried, just standing there, a mug in hand, gazing at the sky as if it's sharing a secret. She once told me, "If I miss my morning outside, the whole day feels off-kilter." No PhD, no wellness retreat, just a woman living with more mindfulness than many who chase it. Thank you for staying with Live Stoic, Live Strong. It means you're seeking more than words. We're here for that journey with you. Don't wait for life to unravel before you seek balance. Each sunrise offers a fresh chance to recalibrate. Forget chasing peace through a quick YouTube tutorial. Step outside, stand still, and let the light work its quiet magic. Once you've learned to pause and let the sun in, you'll find it easier to connect with the world beyond your doorstep, starting with the pulse of nature itself. Step 6. Connect with nature. Have you ever noticed how the morning unfolds, steady and unshaken, no matter how you feel? The sky blushes with dawn, trees stand tall in their green silence, the breeze hums softly, and birds weave their songs, whether you're joyful, weary, or tangled in worry. Nature doesn't wait for your permission to live fully, and that's not distant. It's the closest remedy you can reach. Connecting with nature doesn't mean fleeing to a far-off forest or a windswept beach. That's beautiful, but not always within reach. The truth is, you can touch nature every morning in a fleeting, powerful moment. A friend of mine, a marketing director with a schedule tighter than a drum, carves out exactly 3 minutes each day on his 19th floor balcony. No earbuds, no phone, just him, the drifting clouds, and the rhythm of his breath. He calls it his stillness, a sacred pause to let his mind wake gently. You don't need much. Science backs it up. A brief moment with nature can slow your heart rate, ease your blood pressure, and lift your spirit for the hours ahead. A patch of grass, a glimpse of sky, the rustle of leaves. It's enough to remind you that you're part of something vast, steady, and alive. As we turn to the next page, we'll uncover more ways to weave these small, intentional acts into a morning that doesn't just start your day, but transforms how you move through the world. Stay with me as we dive deeper. You've just stepped outside, letting nature's quiet rhythm ground you in the morning's embrace. Now let's harness that stillness and channel it into movement and mindfulness, crafting a morning that doesn't just wake you up, but aligns your body and soul for the day ahead. Studies from the University of Exeter reveal a simple truth. Those who linger in green spaces, among whispering trees or open skies, report deeper life satisfaction and a stronger sense of purpose. It's as if standing close to nature pulls you closer to your own heart. The Stoics didn't sit idle, waiting for peace to knock. They built it, brick by brick, through daily rituals. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "See how all things shift and train yourself to embrace it. The universe delights in change. A leaf falls, and so do you." When a single leaf sways, it teaches you not to fear the shifts within yourself. So tomorrow morning, don't let your screen steal your first moments. Crack open a window, step outside, even if it's just a few paces to a hallway plant or a desk-side fern. Be there, breathe deeply, and let nature mend what the night's chaos unraveled. Isn't it remarkable how a fleeting moment with the world can restore your center? With your mind steadied, it's time to wake your body, not for vanity, but for strength. Step 7. Move your body. There's a heaviness that creeps in, not from sleepless nights, but from stillness that lingers too long. Your body stagnates, and your mind clouds over, leaving you adrift, unmotivated, unsure of what the day demands. You might blame your mood, but the truth is simpler. Your body hasn't stirred, so your mind can't shine. The Stoics didn't wait for a burst of inspiration to act. They moved, and inspiration followed. Picture your body as a battery, your mind the software it powers. A drained battery makes everything flicker and falter. Why try to force positive thoughts when you haven't even walked a few steps? Science agrees. Just minutes of movement, walking, stretching, or a full body reach, sparks dopamine and serotonin, lifting your mood, sharpening focus, and reigniting drive. Your breath deepens, your heart hums, your willpower stirs. Movement isn't just for gym buffs. Picture a father of 3, easing his bike out the door 10 minutes early, or a woman sweeping her floors in the pre-dawn hush. They're not chasing labels. They're living discipline, embodying stoic grit without fanfare. We don't move to court pain. We move so our minds learn endurance, whispering, "You're stronger than your fatigue." Stand up, roll your wrists, jog in place for 30 seconds. Not to sculpt your body, but to declare, "I'm awake, I'm in charge." Now, with your body alive, your mind is clear enough to face what's next. Your emotions. Step 8. Scan your emotions. Ever snapped at someone you love over a spilled coffee stain? Or felt your whole day collapse because traffic held you hostage for 15 minutes? Those moments aren't random. They're your emotions running unchecked. Instead of reacting on instinct, what if you could pause, observe, and choose? As we turn to the next page, we'll dive into how to master your emotions, transforming fleeting frustrations into opportunities for growth and calm. Stay with me as we explore this vital step. You've just learned to pause and scan your emotions, taking the wheel of your morning with quiet intention. Now let's deepen that control, transforming fleeting moments into a mindset that not only steadies your day, but reshapes how you live. It's not the spilled coffee or the traffic jam that derails us. It's how we let those sparks ignite our mornings. Your mind, fresh from sleep, is like a pressure cooker simmering on a stove. One stray email, one sharp comment, and the lid blows, scattering your calm across the day. But what if you could pause, turn down the heat, and shift everything? Emotional control isn't a lofty, unreachable peak. It's as simple as sitting still for a moment before your fingers graze your phone. Instead of fleeing to TikTok to drown out stress, rest your hands on the table, close your eyes, and whisper to yourself, "What am I truly feeling right now?" It might feel odd, but here's the truth. Most of us don't know what we feel. We only know how we react. Imagine your mind as a room. If you don't tidy it at dawn, you'll stumble over yesterday's clutter, anxiety, frustration, or exhaustion. But take 3 minutes to look inward, like opening a window to let a cool breeze sweep through, and clarity emerges. Try this. Before stepping into a meeting, don't carry the weight of a frustrating commute. Pause at the door, draw one deep breath in, let one slow breath out, and then walk in. In those 5 seconds, you shift from being driven by emotion to steering it. Or, tomorrow, don't leap from bed like a wound-up spring. Sit up slowly. Notice if irritation, sadness, or emptiness lingers. That's not idleness, it's claiming control. Emotions aren't your foe, but ignored, they'll drive you like a car with no brakes. Start your morning like a calm, steady driver, not swerving in panic. If you're still here, you're already carving a new path. Don't turn back now. Step 9. Remember death. We mark birthdays with candles and cheers, yet forget that our time is finite. Each morning, you brew coffee, scroll your phone, grumble about work, as if life stretches on forever. But what if someone whispered, "Today is your last"? Would you still begin your day the same? Memento mori. Remember you will die. Sounds heavy, but it's a piercing antidote to procrastination, to living half awake. How often have you postponed a hug, an apology, or a dream, thinking, "There's always tomorrow"? Seneca's words cut deep. Prepare your mind as if life's end is near. Postpone nothing. No moment is better for this shift than the quiet of morning. You don't need a ceremony. While brushing your teeth, lacing your shoes, or waiting for the kettle's hum, ask yourself, if today were my last, am I truly living? Not to brood, but to ignite purpose. Unlock your phone and delete one app you scroll through mindlessly. A small act to reclaim your time. As we move to the next page, we'll explore how to carry this clarity forward, weaving purpose into every morning choice to live fully, not just exist. Stay with me as we dive deeper. You've just embraced memento mori, letting the awareness of life's fragility ignite your mornings with purpose. Now let's turn that clarity into a foundation of gratitude and positivity, building a day that doesn't just unfold but radiates with intention. Living with the reminder that time is finite doesn't pull you into darkness. It calls you back to life. Memento mori isn't about brooding over death. It's about savoring every breath, every moment. Make that call you've been putting off. Sit for 5 minutes with your breakfast. No phone, just you. The warm bite of toast, and the quiet gift of presence. People think remembering death is grim, but isn't it the most vibrant way to live? It teaches you to cherish a fleeting glance, a shared laugh, or the simple miracle of waking up. When you grasp that everything could vanish, the things that remain, a sunbeam slicing through your window, your cat's soft meow, a steaming mug of tea, spark a smile, as if you're seeing the world for the first time. This awareness leads to the next step. Step 10. Practice gratitude. Some mornings, you wake with a mind heavy as stone, weighed down by unfinished tasks, unanswered texts, and deadlines looming like storm clouds. You shuffle to the bathroom, twist the tap, and warm water flows, steady and reliable, ready to cleanse your face and start the day. Elsewhere, someone treks miles for a single bucket of water. You just turn your wrist. Do you even notice? Gratitude isn't a lofty emotion reserved for poets or saints. It's a choice, as simple as wiping a counter or pausing to smile, because your slippers sit exactly where you left them. It's deciding to see what's already yours. Marcus Aurelius urged us, don't chase what you lack. Focus on what you have, and imagine how you'd yearn for it if it were gone. In a world obsessed with scarcity, too few likes, too little money, the one who sees a leftover slice of bread as enough holds true strength. Try this tomorrow. As you wash your face, meet your reflection and whisper, I'm still alive. No grand philosophy, just truth. You're here, with time, with chances, with today. If gratitude feels daunting, start small with the rule of 3. Each morning, jot down 3 tiny things you're thankful for. No repeats tomorrow. It's like polishing a lens, forcing you to see the world anew, leaving no room for complaints. A grateful mind builds a foundation so solid that whatever you create atop it, work, love, dreams, stands unshaken. With gratitude as your bedrock, you're ready to shape what enters your mind. Step 11. Feed your mind positivity. The moment your eyes flutter open, the world storms in like a tidal wave. Blaring news, buzzing notifications, deadlines clawing at your peace. If you don't choose what fills your mind, someone else will, and their agenda rarely serves you. What if you could start your day with light instead of noise? As we turn to the next page, we'll explore how to guard your mind with deliberate choices, curating a morning that fuels inspiration and resilience. Stay with me as we dive deeper. You've just planted seeds of gratitude and positivity, nourishing your mind to start the day with clarity. Now, let's protect that garden, curating what you let in, and arming yourself for the challenges ahead, so your morning sets the tone for a life of resilience. Your mind isn't a landfill, so why dump toxic waste into it before the sun has even crested the horizon? Picture your mind as a garden, tender and alive. If you don't sow seeds with care, weeds, negativity, noise, chaos will choke out the blooms. Marcus Aurelius warned, the soul takes on the hue of its thoughts. A stirring video, a single page of a book, or 3 quiet minutes whispering, I'm alive, with another chance. These are the colors you paint your day with. But if you snatch your phone and plunge into a stream of grim news, you're handing the brush to someone else. A friend once said, I'm not negative, but I read bad news every morning. They didn't see it. What you feed your mind, consciously or not, shapes who you become. Would you expect to thrive sipping polluted water each day? Exactly. Pause this video. Yes, right now. Pick up your phone, but not to scroll. Play a song that lifts your spirit, jot down a quote that stops you in your tracks, or read a verse like Proverbs chapter 4 verse 23. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything flows from it. Ask yourself, what did you let into your mind this morning? Is it building you up or quietly eroding your peace? Make a list of what you'll allow in those first 15 minutes. Treat it like a clean diet for your soul. Everything else, no matter how shiny, is junk. Curating your mental intake isn't just about crafting a better day. It's about choosing the direction of your life. But a strong mind doesn't just soak in the good, it braces for the bad. Step 12. Expect obstacles. Each morning, you grab your phone, keys, wallet before stepping out. But what about a mindset ready for life's curveballs? We double-check our bags but rarely pause to ask, is my mind prepared for a tense meeting, a stranger's interruption, or a message that could unravel my calm? The Stoics didn't pray for smooth days. They steeled themselves for unpredictable ones. If you know rain is coming, you bring a raincoat. If life is tough, you carry resilience. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Today you'll meet people who are meddling, ungrateful, arrogant, dishonest. Not cynicism, a roadmap." A soldier doesn't march into battle expecting peace. So why do we assume our day will unfold flawlessly? Try this. As you stand before your mirror tomorrow, don't rush to deadlines. Take 60 seconds, just 1 minute, to envision 3 frustrations that might strike: a passive coworker, a traffic snarl, an email that stings. Then ask, if this happens, how will I respond with the values I hold dear? This mental rehearsal, like a boxer shadow boxing before a fight, trains your mind to stay steady when life lands a punch. Isn't it strange? By expecting obstacles, you're not inviting them, you're disarming them. As we turn to the next page, we'll uncover how to carry this resilience forward, weaving it into habits that don't just shield your morning but fortify your entire life. Stay with me as we dive deeper. You've just armored your mind by expecting obstacles, turning potential chaos into a chance to stay steady. Now let's anchor that resilience with intention and focus, crafting a morning that doesn't just react to the world but shapes it with purpose. When you brace for life's challenges, your mind doesn't grow heavier. It lightens, as if you've already walked through the storm and emerged unshaken. Traffic isn't the enemy. It's your expectation of a flawless commute that trips you up. An irritable colleague isn't the threat. Losing your calm because of them is. Can you truly bend the world to your will today? Or is the real strength in mastering yourself when the world refuses to play along? Each morning, before you slip into your clothes, don your mental armor. Anticipate hurdles, not to fret, but to stand ready. A prepared mind is a free mind, unshackled by surprise or frustration. Step 13. Set an intention. You can fill your morning with rituals, sipping water, stretching, scribbling a to-do list, but without choosing how you want to live. Those are just motions. The Stoics didn't see ethics as dusty theory. They wove it into every quiet choice. Honesty isn't shouting your truth to a crowd. It's pausing to ask, am I dodging this duty? Integrity isn't a catchy quote. It's saying no to a shady shortcut when no one's watching. It starts in the dawn's hush, when you sit for a moment and ask, what values will guide me today? This question is your compass, a moral operating system installed before the world's chaos. Blame shifters, flatterers, crushing deadlines, tempting detours, sweeps in. Without it, you're a leaf in the wind, muttering, that's just how life is. But choose to be fair, patient, or unwavering in what's right, and when pressure mounts, you won't falter. You'll know your path. Try this tomorrow. Before breakfast, stand before your mirror. Not to fuss with your hair or scan your reflection, but to meet your own gaze and declare, today, I will be kind. It's simple, sharp, a vow etched in action. That's how you train your mind to live your values, not with grand speeches, but with small, daily choices. If this strikes a chord, hit like, Let's keep shallow philosophies from drowning out the deep ones. Step 14. Focus on one key task. Mornings split people into two camps: those who rise with a spark of purpose, and those who stumble out of bed because the clock ran out. Both greet the day, but only one lives it deliberately. Which are you? Why did you wake today? Many blame a lack of time, but the truth is sharper. They lack priorities. They clutch their phones at first light, scrolling on autopilot, drowning in emails, chasing urgent but empty tasks. As we turn to the next page, we'll dive into how to sharpen that focus, ensuring your mornings don't just pass, but propel you toward a life of meaning. Stay with me as we explore these final steps. You've just sharpened your morning by choosing one key task, setting a clear purpose to guide your day. Now, let's harness that focus to create a ripple effect, where a single intentional choice transforms not just your morning, but your entire life. By evening, many sigh, "I didn't get the important thing done." It's not that they weren't busy, hustling, checking boxes, racing through tasks. The problem? They didn't pick the right task to anchor their day. Choosing one clear goal each morning is like planting a signpost in a foggy landscape. Without it, you veer left, then right, lost in the maze of your own hours. Picture yourself as a delivery driver, handed a truck brimming with packages. If you don't decide which stop matters most, you'll zigzag across town, drained and late. But name your first destination, and the route unfolds naturally, each turn purposeful. Try this. As you brush your teeth or stir your coffee, ask, "If I could only do one thing today, what would it be?" It doesn't need to be earth-shattering. Maybe it's calling to mend a rift, finishing a draft you've dodged, driving your mom to the doctor, or simply holding your temper when tempers flare. Lock that goal in, and watch how the day orbits around it. Completing it isn't just crossing off a task. It's claiming mastery over yourself. Isn't that the real victory? This single choice sparks a chain reaction. Step 15. Start strong. Stay strong. Some mornings, you rise on time, sip tea in quiet, and the day flows like a gentle stream, even when challenges arise. That's no accident. It's the domino effect. A strong start sets off a cascade of positive moments. Imagine a row of dominoes, each one poised to tip the next. If the first falls true, the rest glide effortlessly. But one misstep, and the chain falters. A small morning choice, leaping from bed instead of snoozing, is the first domino in a system that powers your day. We've all felt the opposite. Grabbing the phone to see bad news, answering emails half awake, letting the TV hum mindlessly. Those are dominoes tumbling the wrong way, pulling you off course. Flip the script. Instead of opening social media, crack a window and breathe the morning air. Take 2 minutes to jot down one thing you'll hold fast to, like, "I won't let someone else's mood steer mine." It's not about grand gestures, just one deliberate act. Sip a glass of water, take a deep breath, or ask, "How do I want to feel today?" These tiny tilts, repeated each dawn, shift the arc of your life. We've walked through 15 morning habits: drinking water, setting intentions, pausing in stillness, that don't just wake you up, but root you in control amid life's chaos. In a world that races relentlessly, choosing a mindful start isn't just healthy, it's a bold declaration. Today, I live with intention. Which of these habits speaks to you? Have you tried one? Or is there one you'll start tomorrow? Share your thoughts below. And if these ideas resonate, hit subscribe and turn on notifications for more practical Stoic-inspired content to fuel your journey toward a stronger, more mindful life. Thank you for your time. If one idea touched you today, come back next time. It may reach deeper. Share this with someone who needs a quiet moment. See you in the next video.